Hello and welcome to Tamar Caravan Centre. The camping season is nearly here and we're all getting excited about getting our caravans and motorhomes and campervans out ready for the next season. We're going to do a quick video and showing you some of the items that you would need, some of the bits you need to check and some of the bits you might not have thought about. Hopefully you find this video helpful. So you arrive to your storage site and your caravan or your motorhome's looking a little bit sorry for itself and it's not looking very happy. You're going to want to give it a good little clean. Here at Tamar Caravan Centre we've got a whole range of products available for cleaning your van to get it nice and spruced up, ready for the season. So once you've got your van looking nice and shiny and all ready, you're going to want to do a couple of checks just to make sure it's all running nice and smoothly. One thing that's really worthwhile doing is cleaning through your water system. This is the Pura Clean. You put it into your aqua roll and you can pump the water through. This will help sterilise the water pipes. Really quite an essential thing we recommend that you do. There is also a good way of cleaning, so you can put this chemical down through in the toilet cassette or down the plug holes to just stop it from smelling. Again, just a little tip and a little bits of product that we really recommend. A few other bits that you want to check in your motorhome or caravan is some really quite essential items. Carbon monoxide alarm, if you haven't got one, we strongly advise that you get one. If you have got one, make sure you check the battery to make sure it works. Same with your smoke alarm. Another essential item that we really do recommend that you have, it's often the battery that needs replacing, or you take the battery out because you burnt the toast. Make sure the battery's in there, essential items. Whilst you're checking your caravan, another thing to be very cautious of is your gas hose. Not a lot of people know that these are actually dated. You need to make sure that this is in date. This is the little pigtail that goes from your gas cylinder onto the bulkhead regulator. So make sure your gas hose is in date. Another little thing that's worthwhile checking whilst your caravan or motorhome has been in storage, it's been sat on those tyres all winter. Do you know it's the right tyre pressure? We've got a little tyre pressure monitor gauge that you can have. Just make sure that it is the right pressure and it's ready and safe for towing. Another piece of equipment that is really worthwhile having, this is a torque wrench. So this is really important to check your wheel torques before you go off towing. The NCC, the National Caravan Council, actually recommend that you check your wheel torques every time you tow. I know a lot of people don't do that, but it really is quite an essential item. So this is the torque wrench. You can get a whole range of these. This is the one we sell here at Tamar Caravan Centre. Another thing you're going to need is your toilet chemicals. So you have your pink one that goes in your flush tank and your blue. We also do a green, which is a little bit more environmentally friendly. That goes into the cassette itself. On motorhomes, you won't generally need to use the pink. It'll just be the blue one that you would need. You also have toilet paper. So you can use any toilet paper, but it is best to use a manufacturer's toilet paper. It's been specifically designed to break down with the chemicals. So this again is a nice feature, a nice toilet paper to have because it's not going to get clogged up inside your cassette toilet. Are you going to go abroad this year? Do you know what you might need to take? One thing is the new UK sticker. So rather than having the GB sticker that we had previously, this is the new legal requirement. So one of these is required on the back of your caravan. If you don't like that big one, you can also have this little one that's put on the number plate. It's really important that you have this when you're travelling abroad. One thing that most countries ask you to have as well is a high-vis jacket. So if you do break down on the side of the road, I think even in this country it's a good thing to have. But if you travel in through some countries, they expect you to have this in the car. Worthwhile checking before you go. When you're travelling abroad, you might also need the warning triangle. Again, this is a good feature to have in the UK as well. If you are travelling abroad, some countries expect you to have a breathalyzer kit, a spare bulb kit, and sometimes you might even, on motorhomes or cars, need the beam benders. So all of these little things are something that you would need to check on before you travel abroad. So we have some handy essentials that I've picked out, but one thing that's really important when you're towing is to make sure that your nose weight is not too heavy. Not a lot of people know that you need to check a nose weight. So that's the downward pressure on the tow ball as opposed to the pull pressure. So you can get a nose weight gauge like this. Most of them are around about 75 kilos, but you'll be required to check on your actual tow vehicle to make sure what yours is. And this will give you a good indication of if you've loaded it too heavy or light at the front. When you arrive to site, it's also handy to make sure you've levelled your van correctly. Have you thought about taking a spirit level? You don't want to be rolling into each other at night. Are you getting fed up about winding down the legs on your caravan? Did you know you can get a little piece for your drill? We sell these in our shop. Very handy. Another very important item is a torch. It is worthwhile having a good quality torch because if you do need to nip out in the dark, it's handy to see what you're doing. This is a really popular product for us, which has actually got an LED strip on it, and it's very bright and you can almost light up the whole van with it. One more item, this is actually a legal requirement in the UK, so towing mirrors. You do need to have towing mirrors whether you're towing with any vehicle. So cars, 4x4s or vans, you should have towing mirrors when towing. There's a range of different styles. We personally recommend the Malenko product because they fit nice and easy and they don't have any straps. But we have a range, 3 or 4 different models of these, so well worthwhile having a little look. It is important to have this fitted to your car. So this little bit of equipment is called a breakaway cable, and this is something that's fitted onto caravans. So one end attaches to the bottom of the handbrake and the other end attaches to your tow vehicle. This is not designed to tether the two together in the event of an uncoupling. The idea is it's meant to snap, and what happens is that this pulls on the handbrake and applies the handbrake if the two part company with each other. This is actually a legal requirement, so you can get a £60 on the spot fine and 3 points on your licence for not having this attached. So make sure that it doesn't have any kinks or anything in it, make sure it's not damaged in any way, and make sure this little end piece is not bent or twisted before you set off. A really important safety feature. So you're getting your awning out for the first time of the season. Have you thought about reproofing it? There's a product here that's available for you. So hopefully you found this handy hints and tips video useful for you. If you don't want to check your caravan yourself, I don't know if you're aware, but we do also have a service reception area where we have qualified NTC approved and AWS approved technicians. We also have our shop, which we're in at the moment. All of these products and a lot more is here and available. If you wanted to speak to somebody about that, you could give our friendly staff a call on 01752 341133, or you can visit our website, tamarcaravancentre.co.uk. If you'd like to see more of the videos that we have about how to set up on site or the many different models of caravans and motorhomes that we offer here, you can watch those videos here.